Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of the Mark and Mike Show. This time I'm riding with Greg, Pacific Northwest Enduro. He has come down from Canada to go riding. He's on a little mini vacation, and this is my opportunity to show off the Upper Nestucca OHV area, which is where I usually ride. If you haven't subscribed to Greg, be sure to do that. He's got very good ride videos. He does some racing, and he's a really good editor, so be sure to check him out. All right. I'll let you follow me so you can make fun of me. This is what Mike and I used to call time trail. And so when we first started, we would go up and down this and time ourselves because it's an easy trail, but I cannot pick up any speed on this. Yeah, you'll be shocked when you see. And I'm actually going to learn quite a bit about riding during this ride. As you can see, I'm just kind of poking along. So there's a deer. We're going to see a number of deer in this video. But as you can see, I'm just kind of poking along. And Greg is going to point out my problem, which I kind of already knew. Yeah, I don't know why I suck so much on that trail. Down. I know.
Standing up here with those corners a lot quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I get my butt off the seat, I can feel myself speeding up, but I just want to sit down. A terrible habit.
You're on the trail?
But yeah. So right up here, if I can find it, is the brand new single track that's real single track. So. And if you've been watching my videos, you know that I've always kind of struggled with standing. It's not that I can't stand, it's that I have trouble standing in technical sections, sometimes, not all the time. But I figured out at the end of this ride really what my problem is. So stay tuned, and hopefully I can help you out a little bit there. Unfortunately, we never did find the single track I was looking for. We kept running into these new logging roads, which would just throw me off. I don't remember where we are. Everything looks so different with these new roads in here.
Yeah.
I guess I'll just keep going this way. I'm thinking that might be a fun trail. And these new logging roads were just throwing me off throughout the whole day because I didn't recognize where I was. Eventually we made it out to this paved road. One of the cool things about riding up here is you can actually drive on the paved road that is within the OHV area. But once we got down here, I knew where I was, and this is the section I was looking for, and there's a lot of cool trails in this area. Okay, I'll let you go ahead here because this is kind of a fun trail. So. And watch how Greg stands here. It's not so much that he's in an attack position, he's just in a very comfortable stance, which is what allows him to ride all day. And of course he kept having to wait for me because he's a whole lot faster all day long. That was kind of the theme, is he would ride ahead and then wait for me, and then I'd catch up. But if you notice, like I was saying, he's got a very comfortable stance. It's not an attack position that will make you tired. It's just a comfortable standing stance that gives you good balance on the bike, that you can ride all day without wearing yourself out. And you can see he's constantly pulling ahead of me. He's a pretty fast rider. And then eventually I ended up just kind of riding by myself here while I'm trying to catch him. But it was still a lot of fun. And here's where I have my first crash. Well, rats are my nemesis.
You pinned under there a bit?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Thanks. You know what? I've learned what my problem is. It's that I look at them. You got to keep your eyes forward.
Yeah.
I got to just learn not to do that. Thanks. Yeah, I was thinking, don't look down. The second I look down is the moment where I dumped it. Get on my bike. And this was the last ride I made before having total hip replacement, something I've been putting off for about 3 years, so hopefully I'll be able to ride better a little later. So for some reason, coming up this trail, I was just kind of putting along like it was a Sunday ride. I don't know why, but I just didn't have it in me to pick up any speed. I think I'm getting tired. I kind of putted up that. Yeah, it used to be there was a trail that went right off there, and this continued on. But we were up here a couple weeks ago. I couldn't find that other trail, so we'll just go back down. What's that?
This joins up?
Yeah. Yeah, this is the old trail. And Greg took the old trail that's pretty beat up. It's got a bunch of debris in it, much more technical than it looks. I went around and took the easy trail. I think next time I might try that. It's probably a good place to learn some skills.
A couple slippery logs in that section.
Is there? Yeah, that used to be hard to get up.
Yeah.
And then they changed it, put that thing going around, which made it a lot easier. So.
Yeah.
So right up here, I'll let you go ahead when we get here, and it's just right up here. And it's just nice flowing.
And there's nothing at all difficult on this trail, but it is a really nice flowing trail. It's one of those that just kind of puts a smile on your face due to how it flows. And this is where I started to learn from Greg about the whole standing issue. So if you'll notice, I'll stand up like I'm standing right here, but I'll be sitting through quite a bit of this. And basically, the way I've generally ridden is I try to sit to conserve energy when I can, and then when I want to try to go fast, I'll get my butt off the seat and be in a pretty like an attack position, not really a standing position. As you can see, Greg, he's just standing. He's just kind of weaving back and forth. And I am more in a tucked attack position, which is wearing my legs out, causing me to use up a lot of energy.
So I think, if I remember, this is the trail that Mike and I got stuck on.
Yeah.
And the girls made it up. So,
Huh.
but that was 4 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't be too bad.
And I had told Greg the story a little before this about how Mike and I had gotten stuck on this route up here and ended up turning back around, and then this group of riders came up, which included a girl. There's the route right there, and it's a much bigger route than it looks in the video. But you know, they just went hopping right up without an issue, just like we did right there.
Yeah, I can see where that route would have given us trouble a while ago. Yeah, so now we're in an area that I've been over here before, but I don't know the trails. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So this hop, skip, and a jump is the easy trail.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing we want to go this way.
And I was looking for some fairly technical trails that were over here. Unfortunately, I never did find them. We found this nice flowing stuff, which was still a lot of fun, but I kind of really wanted to take Greg on some technical stuff. So here was a nice flowing trail. Doesn't look like it, but I'm moving pretty quick here. And I was just really having a lot of fun. I was kind of practicing what Greg was, what I was learning from observing Greg. And I was riding much faster than I have in the past, and just really enjoying it.
I never ride this fast. It's fun. So I'm trying to remember. I think this is the fun way, but it might be that way. We'll see.
And don't ask me why, but I always get lost at that intersection. Mike, he always knows where to go there. But what kept happening, as I was saying earlier, is we come out onto these new logging roads. This logging road, I mean, these roads didn't used to be here. Yeah, there used to be trails here instead of roads, and of course, you just don't recognize it. Everything looks so different.
So somewhere down here, Rider Planet put my video of this area, but I think with all the logging, either it's missing or it's not there. So I think we might try going up this one because it might connect us to it. Otherwise, this is going to take us down to the road. So.
And at the time, I was kind of bummed that I wasn't finding these more technical trails that I was looking for. But this was still a beautiful trail. Had a really good time. In fact, I would say this is one of the more enjoyable rides I had of the year. It was just one of those perfect days where everything was going just right, except I kind of kept getting lost. So here we are back at that intersection that Mike knows, but I always get lost at.
Well, you're prompting me to stand a little more.
Okay. Oh, you can save a lot of energy because you don't get all that stuff through your back.
Yeah. My legs are tired.
Yeah.
Well, we're right back where we started. Well, we'll go down here because I know this connects up with something.
So So this was funny. There's this little log here. Obviously, all you got to do is just gas it to get over that log. It's not wet. There's no worry about crashing. But for some reason, I kind of chickened out. And then I got to go over the side here. I get hung up. It's like, what the heck was I thinking? Greg gets tired of waiting for me, and he just kind of continues on in his normal, comfortable stance. So here's some more deer. We sure saw a lot of deer on this ride, that's for sure. But as you can see, I'm just cruising along here, really having a good time.
I'll let you go.
So if you notice, once again, as soon as Greg gets going, he gets into that comfortable stance and just kind of weaves his bike around and slowly pulls away from me. However, this section, I know this trail really well, and so I was actually able to pretty much hang with him. He would slowly get ahead of me, but I could hang with him pretty well through here, although he's just kind of taking his time, and I'm pushing it about as hard as I can. So right here, you can see I get a little air coming off of there, and I was just flying through here. I was just having so much fun because I never ride this fast, and I was actually feeling confident. It's not like I was riding out of control. I was really having a good time.
Trail going down just behind us.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Well, let's try it out.
And if you've been watching my channel, you know that I haven't been riding much with Mike this year. Our schedules just haven't worked out due to some family issues. However, Mike is back into riding, if you saw that video a little while ago. But unfortunately, this ride was midweek, and Mike can't ride midweek, and so that's why he wasn't with us.
This one has some kind of fun technical stuff. So
cool.
if it's one I'm thinking of, so I'll let you go ahead. I'll probably get stuck on a route.
And just so that I'm consistent, once again, this was not the trail that I thought it was. It was much easier. It was the technical one that I was hoping for, but still had a good time. Beautiful trail, as you can see. So I really was helpful to ride with somebody who was much better than me. You know, from time to time, I need to get out and do that because you can just learn a lot from watching somebody who has more skill. So here you can see some more deer. We sure saw a lot of deer on this ride, but as I was saying, riding with somebody who's much better than you can really learn a lot. And although we didn't really find very many technical trails while we were riding up here, I think this ride is a pretty good representation of what it's like in the Upper Nestucca OHV, aside from the fact that we didn't hit some of the funner, more technical trails. You can see here I was starting to get pretty tired. I mean, and this is a little bit steep and there's some rocks in here, but this is an easy trail, and there's absolutely no reason for me to get stuck here other than I was really starting to feel it. But you can see how beautiful it is with the sun shining in through the haze and the trees, and this is just one of those unbelievably perfect days, aside from the fact that I'm just getting stuck on super easy little rocks here. I mean, what the heck? You know, it's no fun when you go up and you're riding with a YouTuber that you've looked forward to riding with a long time, and then you're just getting tired and stuck, and that's okay. Greg was a good sport.
That was fun.
That's fun, yeah. I haven't been on that in a long, long time.
Sunlight coming through the trees with me, okay?
I know, it's cool. I'm definitely getting tired. I said I'm definitely getting tired.
Yeah, well, we can head back whenever you want.
Well, I think we're just going to weave our way back because there's a lot of cool trails on the way back too. So,
Okay.
well, keep going. I'll follow you up. It's a cool trail.
And as I said at the beginning of the video, be sure to subscribe to Greg if you haven't already. He also does some reviews and some other stuff. Super nice guy. Really enjoyed riding with him. It's a shame, as I keep saying, that we didn't find the technical stuff other than Yard Sale Hill, which was in the earlier video. But it was a beautiful day. You can see you can't find better terrain than this. So eventually we made it down here to the gravel pit. I don't usually ride in the gravel pit, but I thought I'd show it to him just so you could see the whole area. So this is where people from Salem would stage.
Okay.
Generally.
Yeah. Looks like some hill climbs right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm too chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to do stuff like that, but I'm too chicken anymore.
Yeah, you'd have to hit that in third gear, like.
And yeah. Well, on the weekends, though, you'll see guys down here just playing around here doing all.
I can see that.
Yeah. My brother, I brought him down, and he was going up and down all this stuff. So.
Oh yeah.
And there used to be some really cool flowing trails up behind the gravel pit up here, but with the logging that they've done, they've kind of pulled those out. So we ended up making it back. We should go to the right here to head back to the truck, but I was having so much fun, I just really wasn't ready to end the ride. So I told Greg to head off to the left here. And this is part of our old warm-up, and typically I am just flying up this in third gear and then shifting down into the second right at the top, but I think I was just getting so tired that I just was not feeling it and just struggling. Yeah, that's usually one of my fastest trails. I was just putting. I'm getting pretty tired. I think we'll just turn around and go back. I was going to go down up in here a little bit, but I did that so slow. I'm worried that I'm getting tired. Yeah, it was just back the way just back up this trail. Yeah, we'll just keep going. But I was having so much fun at this point of the ride. Even though I was tired, I was riding much faster than I normally do. Probably looks pretty slow on YouTube because I am slow. But I was definitely, I learned a lot from riding with Greg. I've always known to stand, but he kind of taught me to stand with kind of flowing ease. Which just made it easier to go a little bit faster on these trails, and definitely not using the energy that I'd used before. So thanks a bunch, Greg. I probably didn't mean to teach me that, but just from watching you ride, it was obvious, and it was pretty easy to pick up on. So sorry for making this a little longer video than normal, but I just really had a good time. Wanted to share it with you guys, and I also think this video just does a really good job of kind of showing what the Upper Nestucca OHV area is like as far as trails and terrain, and gets a lot muddier a little later in the year because we get a lot of rain up here. But as always, thanks for watching.